Hey guys, NASCAR Gaming 48 back again, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about NASCAR 21 Ignition, the new game that's supposed to be coming out in about 8 days from right now, which is October 20th. And of course, I've heard some NASCAR famous YouTubers or gaming channels have gotten some early releases of the game to play on the PC, like some that you may have heard of, like Real Radman, Michael Maroots, Winval, Gary Owen, a few others like IDK Player and Joey Stone, even Eric Estep, and I bet there's a couple others that have gotten early access to the game. And I've seen some of their videos, well, most of their videos, and I see a lot of not so good reviews about it. I mean, there's some positives and stuff, but there are a lot of not so good reviews. So, as a gaming channel, as a small gaming channel with 5 subscribers, as also, guys, if you would please subscribe, that would mean a lot to me and stuff. And as a channel, as a gaming channel, I just wanted to put my thoughts into it. So I'm gonna give like a pre-prep talk thing about the game. I don't know what you can exactly call it, and we're just gonna give like a pre-review, I guess, about the game of things that I've heard, and then we'll get like a post-review of the game after I get it and stuff. So let's go ahead and dive on into this video, guys. So the first thing I want to talk about this game is the things that I liked from it, like the things I've seen from gameplay from these YouTubers and stuff, these NASCAR, of course, game players, and also want to talk about some things that I would like to see in these type of games in the future, or maybe in some new updates and stuff. And also for the bad stuff, we'll leave that for last. And you also gotta think some of these are for like day 1 or day 2 patches and stuff. This is not going to be like the final product, so we'll see what they can do, what NASCAR 21 Ignition can do in these next 8 days. But let's go ahead and start off right here with things that I liked seeing. First of all, the pit stall changes, where it's not always, oh, you're always gonna have the second pit stall in this NASCAR game for for years to come. No, in this game, if you start from last, you'll get the first pit stall technically. If you start from like 10th or something, you'll get the 10th pit stall. And of course, if you get the pole, you get the first pit stall. So that's actually pretty cool. That's not how it really works in the real NASCAR world and stuff, where wherever you start, you'll get that pit stall. It's a bit of like a choosing decision, I believe. It's not based off like owners points or something. I can't really remember because we don't have practice and qualifying and stuff. We won't get that till next year, so watch out for that. But I think that's a really cool addition. It's very specific and stuff, and it's close to real NASCAR, something NASCAR Heat 5 didn't have, so that's actually pretty cool. Another thing is the graphics, of course. Past the eyeball test, graphics are great, like especially this photo. Beautiful shot of home, no, that's Michigan. Yeah, Michigan, a beautiful shot right there. And another thing I love is the racing intros. Like, practice and qualifying have intros. Of course, the game would have intros, but practice and qualifying has intros. That's actually cool. And you get to hear Alex Hayden, I believe. I think that's his name. He's gonna be doing the talking and stuff for this game. And the only downside I have about the racing intros is that the national anthems kind of played weirdly. I feel like they should do what NASCAR Thunder 2003 did, where you play like the last part of the national anthem, like for the land and of the free and stuff. And then of course you'd have like fireworks go off if it's at night, and then have the jets come over, which they do have right here. They have fireworks or jets and stuff, but they don't have the command like, gentlemen, start your engines. Like, that's a bit of a detail, but that's a minor detail, so it doesn't really matter. But those are the good things that I've seen from gameplay about it. And you can tell the things that I've seen from gameplay, the 3 things that I talked about aren't from the actual racing. So, but I feel like it's fun. Like, I feel like running at a restrictor plate would be kind of fun, like with the bump drives and stuff. But the glitches and bugs are definitely gonna hurt that. So now let's talk about the things I would like to see in these future NASCAR games. And now on to some things that I would love to see in this game if they could make an update and stuff, of course, a new patch or something, or even in a future NASCAR game, which would be pretty cool. So the number one thing I would love to see is racing in the rain, like on the road courses. Like F1 2021 has it, and I bet the new IndyCar game that's going to come out, and I believe in like a year or 2, I bet that will have it, because most of their racing's on road courses. So, well, actually, I don't even remember. What was the last time IndyCar... Wait, did IndyCar run a rain race this year? I forgot, but still, I like it in this game how they have weather changes. You can make it like pretty cool and pretty hot and stuff, which is actually really a nice feature in the game. But I would like to see some racing in the rain and stuff. That actually be a really cool factor in this, because you could have like some surprise drivers, like the AI could make some surprising runs and run pretty well and stuff. So that could actually be really cool. So I would really like to see Racing in the Rain like at like Sonoma, maybe the Roval again, or Daytona Road Course or something, and all these other tracks. Coda, light rain, please, light rain. We don't need heavy rain like how we did in IRO in May, but still, I would like to see that. That actually be a really nice touch. And another thing I want to talk about is this thing, it's not new, but I want this to return. I want the All-Star Race, the Busch Clash, and the duels at Daytona to return. We have not seen this since NASCAR 15, so it's something I really would like to see. I mean, I know a lot of fans don't really care about the All-Star Race, but it'd still be a nice touch and stuff. Because what if you're like an owner in the career mode? I think you can be an owner in the career mode. I'm not 100% sure. I know they make career mode content, but I've just not watched it yet. I just wanted to make this video real quick. But it'd be really cool if you win $1 million. That could definitely help your team and stuff. And then the duels at Daytona would actually be a nice touch as well and stuff. I want this to be like a very specific and like really close to NASCAR real deal, like how NASCAR 15 was. So if they can add this like in future games or even later in this game, that actually be pretty cool. But it's something that I like to see return, because I feel like just 704 Games killed it. They just killed it and stuff. They just killed it, and now we're having these newer companies like Motorsports Games who are new to NASCAR try to rebuild and recreate this stuff, and so it's pretty cool idea. But let me know what you guys think. Would you like to see Racing in the Rain in these NASCAR in like future NASCAR games, or would you like to see the All-Star Race, Busch Clash, and Duels at Daytona return? Because if we had the Busch Clash, you could have that at the LA Coliseum. That would be a really nice touch. All right, so that's it for the positive stuff and the things I like to see. Now it's time to talk about the negative stuff that we have seen in the games by gameplay. Let's go ahead and start off with number 1, because we have like over 10, I believe. So the first negative I want to go ahead and get out of the way for this new NASCAR 21 Ignition game is that there will be no Xfinity Series nor Truck Series, which is disappointing and stuff. But I do have to point out, even when even some of the older NASCAR games didn't have all 3 series in it, like NASCAR 15 didn't even have Xfinity nor Truck, but it did have like some Xfinity drivers who did make some Cup Series starts. They had like custom Cup cars and stuff, so that was pretty cool. But that is gonna suck, because my first NASCAR game was NASCAR Heat 3. Well, technically it was NASCAR. What was the game? NASCAR Rumble or something. I forgot the name of it, but I'll check back and correct that with you guys. But yeah, definitely it is gonna suck not having neither of them, and it's gonna be kind of weird for career mode. How career mode, you're basically jumping into the Cup Series without like any truck or Xfinity experience, so it's not really real life NASCAR if you're career mode, basically in the Cup Series and stuff, without any Truck Series or Cup or Xfinity Series experience and stuff. So that kind of takes away the realism of it. So that's gonna suck. And another thing that's not gonna be in the game is no stages. That has to be fixed, because even for me as a NASCAR fan, I haven't been a NASCAR fan for generations or like a couple years. Well, actually, yeah, I have been, but not for like 10 years and stuff, because my first season was 2016, which was the last year NASCAR had no stages. So 2017 and now I've seen stage racing, so it would be really cool and stuff, and it would add to the realism and effect into the game, but there's no stages, so hopefully that's going to get fixed, because that's going to be a bit of an issue. And the next thing I want to talk about is the camera work in the game. I'll show you some gameplay from Real Radman and stuff. It's where the camera, when you want to look back at the car behind you, it's a bit of an issue. Instead of just like making like a quick click to show the backwards and stuff, the camera view goes a full 180, and then it shows you the back, like it rotates. So that's going to be a bit of an issue and stuff, but I want to go ahead and show you guys right quick. So it is right here where you see the camera angle moving back like that. It's moving at a 180 and stuff, instead of just making a full click backwards like NASCAR Heat 5 does. So that's going to be a bit of an issue I have, but it's a minor issue, so hopefully it can be fixed within the next patch, because I think Radman even said this was the patch for day 1 and stuff. So we'll see what happens, but it's just a minor detail that I think needs to be fixed for the game. Now moving on to the next bug. It's kind of funny, but it's also very scary and stuff in my opinion. It's the drivers. They look frightening. I mean, spooky season is upon us. I mean, it is spooky season, but Halloween's upon us, ooh, and stuff in like 11 days. So NASCAR Ignition has gave us a really great glimpse of what to expect or what to see in the game with these drivers, because once again we're having drivers that look very, very scary. Like for instance, What I saw on Eric Eastup's live stream yesterday was something unforgettable, and I'll just show you guys right quick. I just want to show you guys. So this is not Kyle Larson, but this is supposed to be Kyle Larson in the game. This is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that does not look like Kyle Larson and stuff. Like, where's the beard? What? Oh my gosh. It's like they didn't even try. They had a full video, I believe, of like what their diaries or something on their Instagram. Heck, this is on Instagram. Also, shout out to Tremendation. This is what he found as well. So thanks to him for letting me use this. But oh gosh, this is terrible. I mean, where's the beard and just they had, and like I said, they had a dev diary. I think that's what, I forgot what it was called, on their Instagram page for NASCAR Ignition, talking about of how they're scanning the faces and stuff, and it's supposed to look like they're actual drivers. They did BJ McLeod and Ryan Blaney pretty well. Not so good for Kyle Larson. And apparently this was also found by Gary Owen in Victory Lane with Kyle Larson at Sonoma. He looks like that. That is nowhere near Kyle Larson. At first I thought this was Cliff Daniels, but I don't even know anymore, so no. But no, Cliff Daniels, he's bald now. And it's terrifying. And another thing that was found, Chase Elliott. He doesn't look the best either, but he looks closely to what he does look like. But the way his eyes is just kind of frightening. And then Kurt Busch just looks scary and stuff. He looks bigger. He looks fatter or something. I don't know why. He looks confused. And then Kevin Harvick's car is blurred. So, yeah, some definitely big bugs in this game. So hopefully these things can get fixed. But that's another bug that I saw in this game. Now let's move on to the next one, because like I said, we have a ton. Alright, here we go to the next one. The spotter is annoying. Yep, the spotter and stuff. I've even heard it myself through the NASCAR Ignition Texas gameplay that I saw, I believe, like 3 days ago. And it's the spotter. The spotter sounded like that he could get pretty annoying once you're like starting the race. I mean, this was in like what, the second, third lap, and that's gonna be a bit of an issue to where you just want to turn it off. Heck, Eric Eastup did that in his live stream yesterday, so why don't you guys take a listen? And there you heard that clip from the freaking spotter for NASCAR 21. Kind of annoying. Definitely might want to turn him off when I start playing the game. And he does sound like an auctioneer in my opinion, but still another bug in the game that I feel like needs to be fixed. I mean, like immediately, because you don't want to piss off what your consumers and stuff with these spotters. And another thing that I want to point out is the AI running on the apron. It's a minor miscue right there. I've seen it in some of the early gameplay, so I think that should be fixable and stuff. So I'm not really too worried about that. That's probably like the smallest thing I'm kind of worried about. The next thing is the one that kind of makes me pretty upset, is that there is no track map. No track map. We've been going through from NASCAR Heat 3 and NASCAR Heat 4 of complaining about not having a track map, and then finally NASCAR Heat 5 pulls up with a track map. Or no, I think NASCAR Heat 4 did have a track map. I forgot, but NASCAR Heat 5 had a track map, and now we're back to square one with now a new game, new engine, rising up, not even having a track map. I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm giving a lot of slander to NASCAR 21, or not really that, but Motorsports Games, but they're a small company and stuff, and besides them making a new game from the ground up, I feel like it's going to take more than at least a year for them to make it pitch perfect. It'll probably take them like another year, but that's not how it works here. But I do kind of feel bad for them of all the pressure that they're being on, but they said they'll make some updates and stuff, and some of these updates that they're making, they're not even that big. They're relatively pretty small, so I'm not going to give too much hate on them. It's just some criticism that we need so that it can be better for the audience and stuff. Another thing I want to point out, I saw this on Real Radman's video, is the shaky camera. I think it's when you make contact with somebody, there's like a shaky cam and like shakes a lot. That can get very distracting to where it can make you mess up, because I feel like that if I had a shaky cam, that it would totally mess me up, because that is freaking distracting. I mean, like, take a look from this clip. So as you see right here, the little contact that he makes right there, you can see how the camera just shakes like that. That can be very distracting, even when you're trying to make a pass and stuff. And you saw, like, look, it shakes a lot, which is very distracting. So that's definitely a fix in the game. But the bump drafting, he said it was fun, but yeah, huge distraction right there to where shaky cam, like right here, yeah, shaking. It's shaking a lot. So a little minor fix that has to be fixed. I mean, these are some easy things that can be fixed. Something that we're seeing, some things that we haven't even seen in NASCAR Heat 5, guys. Probably most likely the worst or the second to worst game for 704 games, but still things that can easily be fixed. Now, another error I saw in some of the gameplay that I've seen is that it was in Radman's video. It was the settings changed during the middle of the race. Radman didn't want the motion blur. There was motion blur, but it was high, and so he turned it down low. But during the race, it would come back. Unfortunately, I don't think I can remember finding where it was and stuff in the video, but it did seem frustrating, and he was even frustrated that happened. So that's something that cannot happen, because having a setting that keeps coming back that you don't want, that is gonna make someone very, very, very upset. So that's another easy fix. I mean, come on, NASCAR Heat 5 didn't have this. Are you serious? I mean, I know you built from the ground up, but come on, Motorsports Games. So it's just frustrating stuff, and I haven't even played the game, but I hate it for these other guys that are just trying to give their best review as possible to this gaming company, because they don't want to give a lot of hate to it, because they feel like that they're doing an excellent job with the graphics and everything, trying to rebuild this game and stuff, but it's just frustrating to see. So I hate it for how Radman had to go through that. It happened, 3 times, and then eventually he just left the motion blur. So yeah, it does suck that to have very big bugs like that to happen. So hopefully we don't see this in the actual game. And another thing was the spotter glitch. I remember where I saw this from the Radman video. I want you to listen to the spotter glitch, because this had me dying. I mean, literally dying.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's definitely a very annoying glitch, but a very hilarious glitch that I hope that we don't see in the initial release of the game in the next 8 days. Another thing that happens is that when you replay the race, once the race is over and it shows you a replay, it carries the damage through it. If you have damage at the late part of the race, it will carry through it. We've been having that issue, but with the day, where it's a evening race at the start, and then ends at night. In NASCAR Heat 5, it will show a complete night race in the replay. Now this one, it doesn't do that, but it shows a complete replay, but with a very damaged car, how your car looked like at the end of the race. So that's very, very just not good. That is also not good. So hopefully that can be fixed and stuff, because that's been a problem in NASCAR Heat 5. And also, basically, can we get, whenever there's a caution, can we get a replay of what happened, like we did in NASCAR Thunder and stuff, and NASCAR 15? Can we get a replay of what happened if a caution comes out? Seriously, that's annoying. And also, another thing is that some unexpected drivers are driving well. I saw this in Gary Owens' video where BJ McLeod was running in the lead at Sonoma, and Chase Elliott was in 30th. So realism is not showing in this game, not whatsoever. And also, the cautions don't work. I saw this in Radman's video where he at Daytona, he turned Denny Hamlin and no caution came out, and then eventually a caution came out later after he wrecked another driver and stuff, or he got into the wall. So that is very questionable. So this is not really a good look for NASCAR 21. And then next up, there is no championship mode. This is going to make me the angriest right here, because I love championship mode. I've been running championship mode on the SRX series and stuff because I love championship mode. And you can't even make a custom season. Something NASCAR Heat 5 had that this new game does not have. makes me very upset. I mean very upset. You don't have a championship mode. That is frustrating. I mean, you have career mode. Of course, you're gonna need that. You have these challenges. You have a paint booth. You have a customize your own driver, but you don't have championship mode. What if you don't want to run a career? What if you want championship mode? That makes me very upset. If like seriously, I really want a championship mode because I was thinking about this today. I was thinking, oh, when I come up with my first video for NASCAR 21 Ignition, I probably want to do a championship mode before I head over into career mode. Turns out I can't do this. I've been doing this for the past few years. When I got these games where I want to run championship mode and then I'll run the career mode. I can't do that this time. So please, championship mode needs to come in as soon as possible because that is very frustrating and stuff. And I think that's about it as I can cover. So if there's any things I missed, guys, please let me know down in the comments. But there goes my rant or things to talk about. My NASCAR 21 pre-review or something. I don't know what to even title this video. Pre-review, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. And that's going to do it. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. This was definitely a video I feel like I definitely needed to make since I have not talked about NASCAR 21 since the trailer was released. But now seeing all the gameplay from these content creators and stuff, it definitely was a video to be made and stuff, especially since I don't know what to say because my number one thing is it worth $60 to buy this game? Because I already said this earlier in the video, I don't really want to spend $60 on a game and it has all these bugs and issues. So I'm not going to buy it the day of the release. Definitely. Heck no. I'll probably buy the game maybe a good few days after the release, maybe like a week. I'm going to see what all these other people seen with this game. If there's some improvement in the game, I'll definitely consider buying it. But I don't want to make the mistake I did with NASCAR Heat 5, where I spent like $50 on NASCAR Heat 5, and I feel like it was probably the worst way to lose $50 especially when I was running at Auto Club. Freaking crashes and I can't restart it, so that was very frustrating. So that's gonna do it. So guys, of course we'll have our SRX the game video up tomorrow, so watch out for that. Also check out this new one I made on Monday, the dive bomb. We finally won a race, so go ahead check that out. If you want to check out my main channel, NASCAR Mode 48. I just uploaded my vlog from the race I went to on Sunday yesterday, so go check that out. Link to my channel will be in the description. Also subscribe if you want to follow me on Instagram. Link will be in the description, and also subscribe to this channel. 5 subscribers. Around 80% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I've already had this commenter right now who's talking to me about saying maybe running a 100% race length a super late model series schedule. So I'm really considering it, but it all has to depend on what goes on with NASCAR 21 and stuff. And we also have this 24 regulation plus series with the SRX, so definitely something I'll do in the future. But any requests, just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely see if I can make it happen. But that's gonna do it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. This is NASCAR Gaming 48. Peace out.